People often assume success belongs to the naturally gifted, the ones who have special abilities, perfect backgrounds, or extraordinary intelligence. But when you look closely at the people who actually make it to the top, you'll notice something surprising. It's almost never the most talented person who wins. It's the one who works the hardest. Talent gives you a head start, but work ethic decides the finish line. A talented person who doesn't put in the effort becomes dependent on their natural ability, and sooner or later, that ability is overtaken by someone who simply refuses to quit. Hard work multiplies what you have. Talent without effort remains average, but effort without talent still creates excellence over time. The truth is, you don't need to be exceptional to begin, you just need to be consistent. Every hour you put toward your craft makes you sharper, smarter, and stronger. Every day you show up, you gain an advantage over the people waiting for the perfect moment. That moment never comes, but the person who works relentlessly, even on the days they don't feel like it, becomes unstoppable. Hard work is the great equalizer in life, and it always pays off. Most people think success is about big moments, the huge breakthroughs, the dramatic wins, the big opportunities, but real success is built quietly through everyday habits. Your daily actions determine your direction long before the results show up. Think about it. If you improve your skills just one each day, that small improvement compounds into massive growth over months and years. But if you delay, procrastinate, or skip the work, that also compounds in the wrong direction. Your future isn't created by what you do once in a while, it's created by what you repeat. The entrepreneur who studies for 15 minutes every day becomes wiser. The athlete who trains daily becomes stronger. The creator who posts consistently grows faster than the one who uploads randomly. Habits don't just build skills, they build identity. When you repeatedly take action, even small action, you begin to see yourself as someone capable, disciplined, and worthy of big goals. And when you see yourself differently, you act differently. The truth is simple. If you want to change your future, change your habits. Build routines that push you forward, not ones that hold you back. Your habits are building your life right now. Make sure they're building the life you want. Motivation feels good. It gives you energy, excitement, and the desire to take action. But motivation is temporary. It fades the moment life gets difficult, the moment you get tired, or the moment things don't go your way. That's why relying on motivation will always fail. The people who succeed don't depend on feelings, they depend on consistency. Consistency means showing up every day, whether you feel inspired or not. It means doing the work even when you're tired, stressed, or discouraged. It means pushing forward on the days when your mind tries to convince you to quit. That's what separates winners from everyone else. Anyone can work hard for a day. Anyone can try for a week. But the one who commits for months and years turns average effort into extraordinary results. Success is not about doing big things sometimes. It's about doing small things consistently. Think of a drop of water that falls on a stone. One drop changes nothing, but repeated drops eventually shape the stone. Your effort works the same way. Consistency creates progress. Progress creates confidence. And confidence creates results. If you want success, stop waiting for motivation. Build discipline and show up every single day. Confidence doesn't come from compliments, from hype, or from waiting until you feel ready. Confidence comes from discipline. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build a little more belief. Every time you push through discomfort, you strengthen your mindset. Every time you put in the work, even when you don't feel like it, you prove to yourself that you can rely on you. That's real confidence, not the loud kind, not the fake kind, the quiet, deep certainty that grows only through action. The people who lack confidence aren't actually incapable, they're inconsistent. They don't trust themselves because they break their own commitments. But when you develop a strong work ethic, your self-belief transforms. You stop doubting your potential because your actions are aligned with your goals. You stop fearing failure because you know you're willing to try again. You stop comparing yourself to others because you understand your own progress. Confidence is earned, not gifted. When you show up every day, when you push yourself, when you choose discipline over comfort, your mind begins to trust your effort. And once you trust yourself, you become unstoppable. Work ethic builds confidence, and confidence builds success. People talk about luck as if it falls from the sky, but real luck is created by preparation meeting opportunity, and preparation comes from work ethic. When you show up consistently, people notice, employers notice, clients notice, audiences notice. Even if you feel invisible in the beginning, your consistency plants seeds. Weeks later, months later, years later, those seeds turn into opportunities. The creator who posts daily eventually grows an audience. The student who studies consistently earns better chances. The worker who puts in effort without complaining becomes the one others trust when something important comes up. People assume opportunities come to those who wait. They don't. They come to those who work. Success is never accidental. Behind every overnight success is someone who spent years working silently, building skills, practicing discipline, and preparing for the moment when their chance finally arrived. You can't control timing, but you can control your effort. And when your work ethic stays strong, you will always be ready when your moment comes. The world rewards people who stay committed, not people who wait for handouts. Every day you put in the work, you multiply your chances of something great happening. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, long after the excitement has faded. It's the power to choose long-term growth over short-term comfort. Most people lose to their own excuses. I'm tired, I'll do it tomorrow, I don't feel motivated. But discipline ignores excuses. Discipline says do it anyway. The truth is, you cannot rely on feelings to guide your success. Your feelings want comfort, but your goals require sacrifice. Your feelings want rest, but your dreams require effort. When you build discipline, you gain control over your future. You no longer get distracted by temporary emotions or setbacks. You start focusing on what actually matters. And discipline doesn't make life harder. It makes life easier. It removes overthinking. It reduces stress. It builds routines that carry you even on your worst days. When you are disciplined, you become consistent. When you are consistent, you become skilled. When you become skilled, you become confident. And when you are confident, you become unstoppable. That is why discipline is the foundation of every strong work ethic. It is the invisible force that pushes you forward when motivation disappears. Develop discipline, and you can achieve anything. One of the biggest reasons people fail is simple: they quit too early. They work hard for a week, maybe a month, but the moment they don't see results, they stop. They convince themselves it isn't working, it's too hard, or they're not capable. But here's the truth: success takes time. Growth takes time. Progress takes time. Most people stop right before the breakthrough. The saddest part is, they were closer than they thought. Winners are not the people who never face obstacles. They're the ones who push through them. Every goal has a hard middle, where excitement fades and challenges appear. This is the stage where average people quit, but successful people keep going. They understand that the struggle is part of the process. They know that consistency eventually produces results even when it feels slow. Your work ethic is tested the most when you feel like giving up, but that's also when progress is the closest. Every step you take when you're tired counts more than all the steps you take when you're motivated. Don't quit because it's slow. Don't quit because it's difficult. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. Building a strong work ethic isn't about perfection. It's about intentional daily improvement. Start with clarity. Know what you want and why you want it. Without a clear purpose, discipline becomes difficult. Next, create simple daily goals. Don't overwhelm yourself with big tasks. Focus on small actions you can complete consistently. Remove distractions that steal your attention. Your phone, pointless scrolling, negative people, unnecessary noise. Protect your focus like your future depends on it, because it does. Keep your promises to yourself, even tiny ones. When you say, "I'll work for 30 minutes, do it." This builds trust within yourself. Track your progress weekly. Seeing improvement, even small improvement, motivates you naturally. And most importantly, follow the rule: never skip twice. Missing one day is human. Missing 2 days is a habit. The power of your work ethic grows when you continue even after interruptions. Surround yourself with people who push you, inspire you, and hold you accountable. Work ethic isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. And every day you practice discipline, you become stronger and more capable. Your work ethic is the greatest advantage you will ever have. Not your talent, not your intelligence, not your circumstances, your willingness to show up and do the work. Success doesn't happen overnight. It happens through repeated effort, discipline, and the small choices you make daily. If you want a better future, build a stronger work ethic. If you want more confidence, build discipline. If you want more opportunities, stay consistent. If you want success, keep going when others quit. Nothing can stop a person who refuses to stop working. Let today be the day you commit to becoming that person, a person of discipline, a person of consistency, a person who shows up even on the hard days. Remember, your results will always match your effort. You choose the effort, so you choose the results. Show up today, show up tomorrow, and keep showing up until your success has no choice but to show up too.